Hello, I'm Geeta Guru-Murthy. This is The Context on BBC News.
We targeted Iran's main enrichment facility in Natanz. We targeted Iran's leading nuclear scientists working on the Iranian bomb. We also struck at the heart of Iran's ballistic missile program.
Of course, the Iranian nation and officials will not remain silent in the face of this criminal act. The Islamic Republic of Iran's legitimate and powerful response will make the enemy regret its stupid actions.
The IDF have briefed that they have detected missiles being fired from Iran into Israel, and they are working through their defence system to try to intercept these.
We are urging diplomacy, restraint and stepping back from any wider regional conflict.
We begin with breaking news from the Middle East as Iran launches retaliatory strikes against Israel. These are the live pictures from Tel Aviv, where we can see huge plumes of smoke rising over the city. It's not clear if they came from missile strikes or the interceptions, but emergency services say 7 people were injured on the ground, according to the AFP news agency. OK, Daniel Byman from the Centre for Strategic and International Studies. Very grateful to you for your time. Thank you very much indeed. Well, just to remind you that in the last hour or so, we have seen Iranian missiles in Israel, some injuries reported within Tel Aviv, for example, and we will keep you right across that Iran retaliation for the strikes from Israel overnight. This is BBC News.
Welcome to The Context with me, Caitriona Perry in Washington.
And me, Geeta Guru-Murthy in London. This hour we're focusing on President Trump's second term and its global impact. And today, the president's reaction to those Israeli strikes on Iran.
We targeted Iran's main enrichment facility in Natanz. We targeted Iran's leading nuclear scientists working on the Iranian bomb. We also struck at the heart of Iran's ballistic missile program.
Due to the impacts, there is radiological and chemical contamination inside the facilities at Natanz.
We will not allow them to walk away unscathed from the great crime they have committed. The armed forces of the Islamic Republic will undoubtedly inflict heavy blows on this malicious enemy.
From where I'm standing, I could see a couple of drones flying through the sky here, some of which seemed to end in what were quite big explosions. We heard bangs, we heard a sort of low rumbling noise echoing throughout the city.
Joining us tonight, our panel, Democratic strategist and founder of Joy Strategies, Joy Cheney, and Abel Maldonado, former Lieutenant Governor of California.
Hello, you're very welcome to this second hour of The Context, when we focus on President Trump's second term and its impact on the US and the world. Well, tonight we're looking at events in the Middle East following Israel's airstrikes on Iranian military targets.
Well, these are the pictures from a couple of hours ago when Israeli air defence systems intercepted missiles above Tel Aviv. And then we saw a big explosion.
Okay, Abel Maldonado and Joy Cheney, stay with us. We're going to take a quick break. We're keeping an eye on the ground on the situation in Israel and Iran and in New York at the UN Security Council meeting. We will bring that to you live. We're expecting to hear from the ambassador for Israel, for Iran, the US, UK and many others. And we will bring that coverage to you live here. So do stay with us here on BBC News. Just coming on with some breaking news, we're going to go live to New York now, to the UN Security Council, where the UK ambassador to the UN is just addressing. Let's listen in.
We have urged both sides to show restraint and de-escalate tensions.
Iran had obstructed inspectors, destroyed monitoring equipment, and accelerated.
Views around the world, we are staying with this UN Security Council, but in the UK we are going to the 10 o'clock news. Danny Danon speaking there. We did hear from him also earlier in the day. This is BBC News.
We waited while its leadership actively recruited more nuclear scientists.
We're watching there the scenes at the UN Security Council in New York, where a discussion is underway, a meeting called at the request of Iran following those strikes launched on Iran by Israel. And of course, we have seen retaliatory strikes since then. We've been most recently listening to Danny Danon, Israel's ambassador to the UN, speaking there. That meeting, of course, called after those strikes, and Ambassador Danon claiming that Israeli intelligence had detected that within days Iran could have produced enough nuclear material for multiple. Now, you can keep up to date with that story on our website, but do stay with us here on BBC News. I'm Caitriona Perry. Thanks for watching.
Hello there. We've seen temperatures building across